Alright, so as promised, here is my room tour. And the first thing you notice here is a dartboard. I just throw darts at it normally. But usually if someone challenges me or wants to play, I can hold my own. Next to that, I have a collection of cards kind of displayed here. And if you notice, a lot of them are Blue Jays or former Blue Jays, and obviously living in Toronto, that's going to happen. Blue Jays were my favorite team, and still are actually, so. These cards are actually from 1991, so to kind of give you a hint here, I was 11 at the time. If you want, you can do the math. In here is where all my extra stuff is, and this is all stuff I'm trying to trade away or sell or do whatever with. And yes, I do have 2 boxed and complete platinum GameCubes that are extra. So over here I got a few more extras and my collection of strategy guides. I do use them occasionally while I'm playing a game. It depends on the game though. It's just a basic fridge I use. No big deal there. Here we got my PC collection, and I do play quite a bit of PC games, but the games I play are usually the older ones. The ones I played when I was in college. I'm not going to do the ones in the back, it's a little hard to get in there. So here is my desk, and this is actually where I film a lot of my pickup videos. So when I go through the finds of the week, this is where I record it. And again, you know, my computer is so old, I haven't updated it in 10 years, and kind of can tell by the monitor, especially the one on the left. But I like having the dual monitors. Then we have here, these are just extra stuff. Got some PC manuals back there. This is just kind of office supplies. Then I have my big box PC games. Just above that I have this rock actually came from the Grand Canyon, and just picked it up as a little memento. Next to that is a Alcatraz mug, and my girlfriend picked that up for me when she went out to California. Then we have a statue here of Joel and Ellie. I got a Rubik's Cube here, and I am pretty good at these. I can get it down in under 5 minutes. So behind that is a bunch of roosters from Portugal. See that? The smaller one back there. Then this is actually a new statue for me, and it's Edward from Assassin's Creed 4. Next to that is Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. And this here is an autographed baseball by Toronto Blue Jay Adam Lynn, and I got the opportunity of meeting him a couple of years back, and got him to sign a ball for me. And we got some Walking Dead little toys that my girlfriend got for me in my last birthday. In here we got a couple more big box PC games. They take up a lot of room. That's the reason why a lot of people threw them out, but now they're really collectible. And next to that we got the Wolverine and Sabretooth statue, and these are Bowen statues. I think I mentioned that before. So the quality of these statues are a little bit better than the ones that are up here. And just to give you an idea, I picked these up probably 10 years ago, and each one was $250. The one on the left, Wolverine, he's limited to 1,500 units, while Sabretooth is limited to 1,000 units. Over here is just a calendar, and obviously, you know, owning a Doberman, I have to have a Doberman calendar. Down here is the countries of baseball, and it's just it kind of helps me plan where I want to go, because I'm a big baseball fan and I like to see all the stadiums. So just by looking at this map, it kind of helps me plan where I want to go, and you know, if I go to one, is there another one that's closer to, and you know, maybe try and hit up, you know, 2 or 3 at a time. Going into the main game room, I'll give you kind of a big overview of it. You'll notice I don't have an HD TV, and the reason being is, well, I just didn't buy one. But I guess the thing I'm trying to say here is, tomorrow I'm actually going out for Boxing Day, and the goal is to buy an HD TV. Looking in here, this is my first cabinet. I have my PlayStation 3 games at the top. And what I'll do is, I'll do a kind of collection video sometime in the new year and kind of outline all these games. Right now the PlayStation 3 is one of my most played systems. But if you notice, it's kind of double stacked, so I got a lot of PlayStation 3 games. And I mean, as you can see, these are kind of filling my shelves, and I need to buy more shelves. So down here is my PlayStation 1 collection, and I have to say I'm not too big on PlayStation 1 games. I do have the bigger titles, along with a few smaller titles, but I never had one when I was a kid, and I have no nostalgia for it. So I just picked up the big titles and a few that people have recommended. Down here is a collection of different statues from different games, and I have to say that Duke Nukem, I like it, so a lot of people don't, but I do. Further down here is PlayStation 2 games. And again, these are double stacked, and I mean, they're even stacked on top of them at the back, so I tried to stuff as many as possible into this thing. And going into my PlayStation 4 games, and obviously since this just came out, I mean, I don't have too big a collection for it. Then we got my DS XL and my 3DS in its new case. Next to that is my Game Boy Advance, and down below are my boxed Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color. Behind that are my DS games, and again over here are my 3DS games. And I did this with the Wii U as well, but I bought a ton of games prior to even owning the system, just because I got them at such a great deal. It was really hard to turn it down. Under that is my PSP games, along with my Vita games. So you can kind of get a general idea here. You kind of see I am quickly running out of space, and another shelf is needed. Moving on to the next shelf over here. My girlfriend picked up this Koopa Troopa plushie for me 2 years ago for my birthday, and the reason being is he's my favorite character in the Mario series, and you know, whenever I get a chance to play as him, obviously in like the Mario Kart games or Smash games, I always pick him. Behind him though is the Xbox 360 collection. Down below continues. One standout here is, this actually is pretty rare, and it's Tales of Vesperia Special Edition, and I found this at Cash Converters for $13, and the guy didn't know what it was, but it's actually worth a bit of money. Just take a look on eBay. Next to that is my original Xbox. Xbox kind of continues down here. It's starting to get double stacked as well. Just below that are my Wii games, along with my Wii U. And again, I don't own a Wii U, but I picked up a couple games just because I got a good deal on them. I do have Xenoblades and Metroid Prime trilogy as well. Down below are my original NES games. I'll go through these again in more detail. Next shelf down are my Super Nintendo games. Behind them are the boxed Super Nintendo games. And then we got the boxed N64 games. And again, same with the PlayStation 1, the N64 I have no nostalgia for, so I don't have too many of them. Down here are my Sega Master System games. You saw in a recent video I just picked up Montezuma's Revenge and Double Dragon. It's hard to find these games actually, you don't see them too often. Then I have my Sega CD, not Sega CD, Sega Dreamcast collection, and a lot of them are really common titles, but this one here is kind of a standout, and it was actually traded to me by A. Crosby 1099. He found this for me, and I had to send him something back. He did say the case was messed up, but again, I just swapped out the case, and now it's in really good shape. Right here are the Sega CD collection, and it's very small. You rarely find these, but the ones I found were in mint condition, and I don't know if I'm going to keep these. I'm on the fence about it. So in the back we got Sega Genesis collection, and again it's kind of double stacked, so it's hard to see everything. Down below, Sega Genesis continues, and again these are double stacked as well. I do have 3 loose Sega Genesis games, and I don't normally pick these up, but just because of the games they were, I had to pick them up. And then here I got the loose N64 games. So over here I got the PlayStation 4, those Prima Zelda strategy guides, and I got the BioShock Infinite Songbird collection out. And the reason I have that out is just because I want to do something with the statue. Over here you can kind of see I got a treadmill. As a lot of you, well actually none of you know, but what I do for a living, I'm an accountant, so I sit at my computer a lot. So then I come home and I game. So that's a lot of sitting, and you definitely have to get your exercise in as well. So I do use this quite a bit. Over here we have the Black Ops car from Call of Duty, and the Kratos statue. Then just got some DVDs, nothing too special here. Down here is my coffee table, and got a couple controllers out for the systems I play. And right now I'm actually playing through Ratchet & Clank All for One. So that's what I'm playing, that's why it's out. This coffee table though is actually pretty good for storing stuff as well. It's got a pretty big compartment, and it keeps a lot of my extra controllers and manuals that I have, and just extra boxes and stuff like that. I also have my Sega Master System down there, and I think my Dreamcast is in here as well. So anyways, moving on, we'll take a look at this here. And my girlfriend and I went to the 2012 World Series, and I want to get some kind of memento, so these are actually replica tickets, and this is the actual game I went to. It's Game 3 in Detroit, and again, it's just a little memento. Next we have the Halo helmet. Then we got the original GameCube games here. Actually, this here, this was actually bagged with a laptop at a Value Village near my place, and I had to talk to them for about a half an hour to explain to them what this was. And after half an hour of trying to convince them that this didn't go with the laptop, they went to the back and priced it for me. And finding the actual player itself is very easy, but to find the disc is rather hard. So for me, I definitely think that was a half hour well worth it. So anyways, again, some more GameCube games here. Got some more down here. The GameCube actually I never owned as a kid, or probably wasn't a kid when it came out, but I didn't have it when I was younger, and I just recently picked one up, and probably, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. I actually love the system. And I got my loose Game Boy Advance and Game Boy games. Do also have a teal boxing complete Game Boy Color, which I got at Talese in Mississauga for $8. Just down below, I do have my boxed and complete NES collection. And for me, the standout here is Legend of Zelda: The Adventures of Link. And actually, I love this game. I've played it so many times, I love it so much. I have to say though, To the Earth absolutely sucks. Who picked that up? I think Blast Mode 7 picked it up recently, and I picked mine up just because it was in mint condition. And tried it out, and it's terrible. So anyways, moving on here. Behind here I got some PlayStation Move controllers. Got the camera and the Wii sensor bar up here. This here is a Sony Wega TV, and it's a 32-inch TV. I'm planning on getting a 60-inch Sony Bravia tomorrow, and if all goes well, I'll be enjoying that PS4 over there. But I do plan on keeping this, so this is mainly going to be for the older systems. Moving down, these are the systems I actually have out, and all my other systems that I have boxed and put away. But this is the Halo Reach Xbox 360. Then over here we have the PlayStation 3 Slim, and this is my second PlayStation 3. My original one was a fat PS3, and that died. I got it fixed and then it died again, so I just went and got this one. Just under there is the Nintendo Wii, and this is my Bell TV dish or receiver. And over here I just have DVDs and Blu-rays, nothing too special here. Being from Canada, you have to have a heater, so that's my heater for the basement. Then over here is, let's see if it'll focus. This is a picture of PNC Park and the signboard. My girlfriend and I went a couple times to PNC Park, and the first time we went, she got my name put up on the scoreboard. Kind of a enjoy the game kind of thing. So they took a picture of it and sent it to me afterwards. But just to kind of give you another overview here, this is the actual game room. And like I mentioned, it's going to be changing quite a bit. I do plan on getting another one of these stands so they can fit more games. And the goal is to actually add these doors to it as well. I highly recommend getting doors for it because it keeps the dust out. Another thing I want to get is glass cases for all those statues, and obviously I want to get that TV as well. So those are a couple changes that are going to be happening. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the room tour, and until next time, take care.